Imagine a philosophy that dares to question the very notion of God. A tradition that declares the path to true enlightenment doesn't rely on divine intervention, but is instead found within the depths of our own hearts and minds. Well, fasten your seatbelts, because that's exactly what Buddhism proposes. And throughout history, this radical idea has stirred up some serious controversy. Welcome, wisdom seekers. This is Bodhi Sensei, and today we embark on an eye-opening journey to explore one of the most profound and thought-provoking questions in spiritual history. Why don't Buddhists believe in God? Before we dive in, let me clarify. This video isn't about pushing an agenda or undermining anyone's faith. Buddhism is rooted in free inquiry, encouraging us to question everything, even its own teachings. So, whether you're deeply religious, a skeptical thinker, or simply curious about alternative perspectives, you're in the right place. Our goal is to explore, challenge our preconceived notions, and expand our minds to new possibilities. Are you ready? Let's begin. Let's first define our terms. When most people hear the word God, they think of an omnipotent, omniscient creator who governs the universe, right? Well, here's the interesting part. Buddha himself never focused on this concept. His primary concern wasn't the origins of the cosmos, but the immediate suffering of human beings and how to overcome it. In fact, when asked about the existence of God or the nature of the universe, the Buddha often remained silent. He considered these questions irrelevant to the path of liberation. His priority was not theoretical speculation, but practical wisdom, guiding people toward an end to suffering through self-awareness, ethical living, and meditation. Fast forward a few centuries, and we see most Buddhist traditions embracing a non-theistic worldview. But this doesn't necessarily mean Buddhists are atheists. Some branches of Buddhism acknowledge deities and celestial beings, but these are viewed as symbolic representations of enlightened virtues rather than supreme creators. So, why does Buddhism diverge from the idea of a creator God? At its core, Buddhism is about self-empowerment. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that each of us possesses the innate wisdom and compassion needed to transcend suffering. We don't need to depend on an external savior or divine intervention. The key to enlightenment lies within. It's as if we all have a hidden reservoir of potential, just waiting to be unlocked. This concept of radical self-reliance is a game changer. It means our happiness, growth, and spiritual progress are in our own hands. Prayers and rituals alone won't magically solve our problems. We must actively cultivate wisdom, mindfulness, and ethical conduct. The Buddha's final words were, "Be a lamp unto yourself." In other words, trust your own insight, question everything, and never follow blindly. But wait, there's more. Buddhism also teaches the profound principles of karma and rebirth, the idea that our actions shape our future experiences, both in this life and beyond. Think of it as a cosmic ripple effect, cause and consequence unfolding across time. Here's the most fascinating part. Buddhism doesn't require a divine judge or supernatural overseer to enforce this law. The responsibility for our destiny lies solely in our hands. Another core tenet of Buddhism is the concept of anatta, or non-self. This might just be the most mind-bending idea of all. Buddhism asserts that everything, including our sense of self, is transient and ever-changing. There is no fixed, eternal soul crafted by a higher power. Instead, we are dynamic streams of thoughts, emotions, and experiences constantly evolving. If this sounds mind-blowing, you're not alone. Philosophers and scientists alike continue to grapple with this idea. The Buddha wasn't interested in abstract debates. He was all about direct experience. He didn't want us to blindly accept his words. He wanted us to put them to the test, to see for ourselves what is true. That's why meditation and mindfulness are at the heart of Buddhist practice. By observing our thoughts and cultivating awareness, we can peel away illusions and uncover the deeper reality of existence. So rather than arguing about the existence of God, Buddhism invites us on a journey of self-discovery. It's like a spiritual treasure hunt, where the greatest prize isn't in the heavens, but in realizing the limitless wisdom and compassion already within us. This emphasis on personal experience rather than blind belief has led to some of the most radical insights in Buddhist history. Consider the story of Sariputta, a close disciple of the Buddha. One day, a wandering ascetic challenged him, saying, "You Buddhists don't believe in a creator God, so your path must be incomplete." Sariputta calmly replied, "Even if a creator God exists, that does not change the path of the Buddha. We follow these teachings not out of blind faith, but because we see, through our own experience, that they lead to peace and liberation." Or take the famous Kalama Sutta, where the Buddha advised a group of skeptical villagers not to accept anything at face value, not scriptures, traditions, or even his own words, without personal investigation. He told them, "Do not believe in something simply because it has been handed down through generations. Do not accept anything as truth just because it is written in scriptures. Do not be swayed by logical arguments or persuasive speech. Instead, examine everything for yourself. If you find that a teaching leads to kindness, wisdom, and well-being, then embrace it. If not, discard it." That's a powerful and liberating approach to spirituality. Instead of relying on divine authority or holy texts, Buddhism encourages us to become seekers of truth, to trust in our own experience, and to walk the path of awakening with open eyes and an open mind. So, what do you think? Does the Buddhist perspective challenge your views, intrigue you, or perhaps even resonate with your own beliefs? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Buddhist wisdom, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Bodhi Sensei for more enlightening content. Remember, the ultimate answers aren't found in books, doctrines, or even YouTube videos. They're waiting to be discovered in the depths of your own consciousness. So keep questioning, keep practicing, and most importantly, trust in your own wisdom. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and I'll see you on the next adventure.